I just saw that. Okay. So the mic is on. Okay. So here's the deal. If you want to monetize you, you do not need everything that you think that you need. You already have what you need. You have a life, right? You woke up and got your 2 feet and got out of bed this morning. You have a smartphone in most cases. I mean, I doubt you're still using a flip phone. Okay. You have I'm so glad Dr. Chantina told me she couldn't hear me. There's nothing worse than you go through a whole video and nobody can hear it. So you have a smartphone, you have Wi-Fi, right? And because you have the smartphone and you have Wi-Fi, you can access apps like the social media apps, because you really don't need much more than the social media apps to create content in your phone. But if you want to go over and beyond, you can use a free app like Canva. And if you really want to go over and beyond, you can pay for Canva Pro like I do. Okay. You can also use things like Google Docs and Google Sheets. Okay. You can use things like Google Docs, Google Sheets, right? So what I'm telling you is there is a very low cost to no cost, right? There's not a lot of barriers that are preventing you and in the way of you being able to monetize yourself. And you could start monetizing yourself really from day one. Y'all have in y'all mind that you have to hit a certain number of followers before you can monetize. And Tamira has never been that way, ever. I've always treated my content like it was monetized from day one, meaning that because, for example, on the Clock app, the 5,000 that you need, the 5,000 followers is just for TikTok Shop, right? You have to have so many followers before you can put a LINK on your BIO. That's fair. But it still doesn't mean that you can't be monetizing that content. It just means you have to figure out your workarounds. You might have to jury rig some things, but you should be able to monetize your content from day one, right? If you don't believe me, the first sale I ever made on Instagram, I had less than 300 followers. I think I had less than 200. Okay. The very first sale I made on Instagram, I had less than 200 followers. Okay. It's the quality of your content. Are you putting out content that people find valuable by way of entertaining, educating, empowering, or inspiring them? Okay. Your content needs to do one of those things to attract them to you and keep you coming back. And then from there, you know, if you don't want to leave everything to luck, there are some other things that you can do to, you know, increase the speed and accuracy of your conversion rate, which means converting people into customers. But shoppable video, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Amazon and shoppable video is going to be the platform of 2025. I've been an Amazon associate for nearly 10 years and an influencer since 2018. And they are moving and doing some very aggressive things, right? So this is why I need you to understand that you have the ability to help Amazon achieve the goals that it wants to achieve, right? And so Amazon has watched influencers and they've paid influencers hefty amounts of money for purchases that were made based on their content off of Amazon. And so Amazon has, the light bulb went off and said, hey, this type of content really sells. We can pay more influencers and pay influencers more, but more importantly, we can better service our customers by having this type of content right on Amazon. What about the people who aren't on IG? What about the people who aren't on Pinterest? What about the people who aren't on FB? What about the people who aren't on the Clock app? And they go straight to Amazon. Okay. And so that is going to be one of the biggest opportunities of 2025 is helping Amazon get good quality content featuring the products that are on Amazon and that the type of content that makes people buy, right? So it's not just, oh, this cup has this little thing so that you don't burn your hand and it's insulated. There is some of that, but it's not just that, right? I believe why I sell so much of this is I'm not just holding it and talking about it. It's because I did a voiceover, but you actually see me put it in the little Keurig thing, turn it on, and it come out in that, right? Because it's like selling a house, right? I remember reading in a Zig Ziglar book years ago about the real estate agent who could help the family envision birthday parties and having pool parties, and that actually puts an offer in on the house. So you have to help create the vision, help people see themselves. Oh, it's in the morning. I'm doing my daily thing every day. I put my cup here and I make my coffee, and this is my go-to cup. This is my favorite cup. I start every morning with this cup. I start every morning with this cup in my devotional, right? And by the way, you can tag both in the shoppable video. You can tag both in the shoppable video. Okay? Shoppable video. Y'all have to remember, I am usually 2 to 5 years ahead of the market. And I've been talking to the market now for 18 months about shoppable video. Actually, longer than that. Because I actually started with shoppable video 2020, 2022. Like officially. Okay. So shoppable video is what is going, the way people buy product is changing. You have to understand that. Amazon does, and they know with Gen Z in particular, traditional advertising is not what makes them buy. Now, they also are even skeptical of some influencers. And I think that's also why Amazon wants the information on their website as well. Okay. Which leads me to another thing. If Amazon is making sure that they have content on their property that they own, you should too. You should not just be having your content on platforms that you don't own. You should be also having your home for your content on the internet, which is your own blog. Now, I know for some of y'all that sounds so old, antediluvian, and antiquated, but trust me, believe me when I say you need to own your content, right? So for every piece of content I create a master of that content that has no words on it, that has no logos on it, so that I can reuse that content as many times and on as many platforms and in as many ways as I want to, both short and long form. And that's why I have over 100,000 videos and images on my phone. And that's also why I pay for terabytes of storage on multiple platforms for my vaults, so that I always have my content. If one goes down, I've got it at least 2 other places, sometimes 3. Because it's a business. Your phone is a business. There is thousands and thousands of dollars in your phone right now. Don't believe me? There is a girl on the Clock app that made me get my butt in gear when Pinterest was paying creators. That's where the brand deals are great, but these platforms, they have big pockets, and I have made big change from creating content for the platforms. I've been in several creator programs, right? Y'all put all your money in one, when some of them are a lot easier, okay? And so the year was 2022. And in 2021, I had actually gotten an email from Pinterest that said, hey, we want to pay you $1,000 to create a video. And I put it off, and I looked at it in January, and I don't know, I just didn't get to it. And then February rolls around, and then I see this girl post a video on the Clock app showing she'd made $70-some thousand from posting video on Pinterest. And let me tell you what the videos were. All she did was went to her stories archive, and all the videos she'd taken of her kids playing and in their outfits that she'd been posting in her stories for, I don't know, maybe 6 months. And she posted each one as a separate video and filed them under the categories she was supposed to file them under. And she literally broke the Pinterest Creator Rewards program. They actually had to create new rules because of people like her. She literally broke and made them rewrite the rules because I don't think they intended for a single creator to get paid. She made close to $200,000, if not more, just create. And listen, she didn't create I need you to understand this and write this down. She did not create the content for Pinterest. She just was creating the content, and she took the content that was already in her phone. She took the content that was already in her phone and posted it and got paid for it. And after I saw that, baby, it was on. Now they had rewritten the rules, so I didn't get to get 200K because she bought a house. She bought a house. And I said, never again will I sleep when I get something from a platform and be worried about all the rules and if I'm doing it right or wrong or none of that. So I don't hesitate anymore. When those platforms send me stuff, I get on it right away. Okay. So fast forward 6 months, I'm now getting 5-figure checks from Pinterest just for that, not to mention what I'm getting paid for my content that's driving traffic and making sales for me. I'm getting 4 or 5-figure checks monthly from Pinterest for the content that I'm posting, and Amazon sends me an email. Now, it was only $2,500, but $2,500 is a nice little piece of change. And I'd already created the content. So the content that was already in my phone that I'd used and repurposed and reshared on Pinterest, I now had my masters, and I took my masters and I took it over to Amazon and made it meet their specifications, and I got paid from Amazon. Let me make sure that I can be heard over on some of the other apps. This is what we call working smarter, not harder. Is Facebook down? Here, let's go. Let's see. Yep, you can hear me. Okay, so you can hear me there. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I'll have to look at that later. Okay. Wanted to make sure we could hear me. Okay. So I hope you're taking notes because the content is likely in your phone. And if it is not very difficult to just, you might have to spend $20, $30 on a tripod. It'll be worth it. And if you do it right, you can write that 20, 30, you have the potential, because I'm not a tax advisor, to write that $20, $30 for the tripod off as a business expense. Okay. So you take that tripod, you put your phone on it and just film yourself cooking. Often I'm not even using the tripod. I got it in my hand and, oh, here I'm adding milk. Stop. Here I'm adding salt and pepper, right? Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. So question is, why aren't you doing it? You are on these social media streets all day, every day, in Diddy's business, in everybody's business, but yours. But yours. The content, there are thousands of dollars in your phone. Thousands of dollars worth of content in your phone. I also, listen, 2022 was a great year. I also, in 2022, created my syndication strategy. Why? Because Facebook offered me $10,000 to do so. Facebook paid. They had a program, and because I come from a sales background, right? And in a sales background, when you work for a commission or a bonus structure, I have one saying: the person who knows and understands the compensation plan is the person who wins. The person who knows and understands the compensation plan is the person who wins. So it's the same with these platforms. When you know and understand the terms, the rules, the conditions, you're going to win. And winning, by my definition, is maxing out my earnings. What is the most I can make? Because that's what I'm going for. I don't want just a couple $100 here and there. I want all of it. Give me all of it. And that's where I messed up when Pinterest first emailed me, because I thought it was just $1,000. I mean, and trust me, $1,000 is a decent amount of money. But it was like, okay, it's $1,000. I could do it now. I could do it then. I could do it whenever. I can do it, right? I didn't know that it was open like that. Because if I had known it was open like that, baby, I would have been pumping out stories from 2018 whenever I first started posting stories. Okay. Whew, it's a mouthful. I forgot what I was even talking about. But I'm very excited about this because I think this is a way for a lot of people, right? On Saturday, my daughter sent me, every year she makes little Halloween baskets for the grands. And so she knows I monetize the content. She doesn't mind creating it and sending it to me for me to monetize, right? Numerous of her little snaps and stuff are on Pinterest. So she sent me this little clip. I can hear my grandbabies in the background of their Halloween baskets. And she said, post that on TikTok. I said, it's going on Pinterest too. Send me the links. And she said, well, I got the little sippy cups at Dollar Tree. Okay. And I had to tell my auntie this last week because it was blowing her mind. She's like, but you didn't get it on Amazon. It doesn't matter that I didn't get it on Amazon. What matters is that it matches the product that is on Amazon. Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? Right? So your first step is to become an Amazon associate. Okay. So you need to look into what do you need to do to become an Amazon associate. So typically, if you've got 500 to 1,000 followers on platforms, especially like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, they like Pinterest too, you can become an Amazon associate. Then you have to apply for the Amazon influencer. And that's really where your followers come in, how many followers you have. Okay. So then you become an Amazon influencer. Okay. And then you need to upload 3 videos vertical, no more than 1 minute, no less than 10 seconds. No music. Don't show any children of a product. Do your 3 favorite products. Okay. Do your 3 favorite products. And then once you are approved for on-site commissions, that means Amazon may put your videos in top real estate across their website. And I'm not going to say no numbers, but I've seen what some people have made. And it's nice. It's nice. It would definitely be life-changing for a lot of people. Okay. But you're on Amazon shopping anyway. Okay. So I moved in 2022. And when I moved, I said I was going to start all over because that's what I like to do. I like to purge every so many years. So I did a huge purge and I moved back to my hometown to be closer to my kids, my grandkids, and my aging parents. And for the first time in a while, I was really excited to be getting back to cooking, and I wanted a fully loaded kitchen. I didn't have to buy appliances. My apartment came with brand new stainless steel appliances, but I was getting new dishes, new air fryer, everything brand new. So I bought top of the line, whatever I wanted. My dream, I bought it. Blender, air fryer, crock pot, all the bells and whistles. And I bought it with the intention that I was going to create and monetize content. Hey, girl, hey, that I would create and monetize content using those appliances in my kitchen would be because I was shifting, right? I knew I was transitioning from doing my face and my skincare as what I was monetizing. I was going to shift to creating more content in the kitchen. It would be my new studio, and to motivate myself, to inspire myself to create the content, I wanted all the shiny new stuff. And I must have manifested it because a few months later, Amazon reached out and said, we're looking for creators to create content in these categories. And I said, oh, all my stuff is paid for. I'm about to make my money back, all the money that I spent. And I did, and probably then some. Okay. Now, I'm not saying go out and spend $2,000 on Amazon. I'm not saying that. I was going to spend what I was going to spend, what I spent on Amazon anyway. It was like Christmas every day. There was some new stuff coming. Everything that I could possibly dream. I'd be like, I really want this. I really want this. So I went and I got it. And boom, the opportunity came up. Okay. But the content is already in your phone, right? If you have Amazon ringing your doorbell, dropping stuff off on Ring daily, you should be at least creating unboxing videos of everything that you get, right? You should be giving your initial impressions. You should be showing people how to use the product. Okay. I remember back when I worked in a retail environment and we had apparel, and I wanted to learn how to do fancy things with my scarf. And my kids very nonchalantly said, go to YouTube, right? Go to YouTube. So I went to YouTube, and that was how I learned how to make my scarf look like an ascot and all of that. And when I bought one of the first wearables, which was the Nike Fuel Band, I watched videos on YouTube of people unboxing it, and that's what pushed me over and made me go ahead and buy it. Because it showed me what to expect, what I would receive, and what to do when I got the product, right? Because often people buy product and they don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with it. That is not my name. Okay. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to expect. So, as a content creator, you are going to help people either make buying decisions or know what to do with the product. I firmly believe, because I've seen multiple types of people take advantage of these opportunities. There are people who are there for the money grab. And the people who are there for the money grab, they tend to come out of the gate and make a nice piece of change, but then they fizzle out because they're only there for the money grab, right? And once the money grab is over, they fizzle out, they're done. Thank you for the love, right? But then there are people who approach it with a servant's heart, people who have empathy, people who are there to help, like I said, educate, entertain, and inspire. And those are the people who tend to make more money, but it's over the longer term. People who have a servant's heart. And I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm not saying one is right or wrong. I'm just telling you what I've seen. Okay. If you have a servant's heart, and that's why people love Tabitha so much. That's why they love her, because she's like an auntie. She's like a grandma. She's very giving, very caring. And her voice is amazing. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the gift. Okay. So shoppable video is the next frontier. Okay. Because first of all, most of y'all don't even realize Amazon is a search engine. pregnant pause, pregnant pause, pregnant pause, pregnant pause. Most of y'all do not realize Amazon is a search engine. Okay. So my phone is over here, so I can't show you, but I just went on a marathon and I uploaded 75 shoppable videos to Amazon in a very short period of time. And here's what I did. Because the content is either in your home already, in your phone, and or the product is already in your home. And all it takes is 10 to 60 seconds. Okay? So Amazon and Google have the ability for you to take a photo and they will search for whatever you just took a photo of online. I hope you're picking up what I'm throwing down. Okay. So all I did was take my phone and if something was in front of me, like, I wonder if that's on Amazon. Well, let me find out. So I take my phone, open it up, hit that little camera, point it, and see if it came up. It either did or it didn't. And if it did, but it wasn't available, right? And I still wouldn't stop there though. I'd be like, okay, but I'm pretty sure this is on Amazon. So if it didn't come up with me doing that through Amazon, I still would test it one more time by going to Google, clicking the little camera, taking a picture of it, and seeing what came up in Google search, because they are both search engines. They are both search engines. I'm gonna let that marinate for a minute. Amazon is a search engine, and you can post shoppable video on Amazon. So if you don't get in the associates program and become an influencer and get approved for Amazon on site, and then take your phone and start pointing it at everything down to the Carmex, the chapstick in your purse, and start creating video, right? Because I know somebody is like, chapstick? I mean, that's $2, that's $3, blah, 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 blah. You could look at it that way, or you could look at what I just told you. Amazon is a search engine, and you can create shoppable video. And if Amazon places your product on site, it's one of the most trafficked websites in the entire universe. It's one of the most trafficked websites in the universe. Wanza says any and everything. Point it at everything. Amazon is getting very aggressive. This is nothing I've heard from them. It's just based on the emails that I get as an influencer and as an Amazon associate. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a businesswoman. Like Jay-Z said, I'm a businesswoman. I've got 32 years of sales, marketing, and leadership experience. I know what I know. I know what I know when I hear it. I know what I know when I hear it. I know what I know when I see it. I know what I know when I speak it. I know what I know when I sense it, because I've developed the muscle. I've developed the skill over 32 and counting years, might be going on 33 years. Okay. And Amazon is making some big moves, some big waves. They are going in with creators. I'm not going to say they're going all in with creators, but Amazon is getting very aggressive about getting content on their platform, is all I will say. Right? I'm sure this is probably public. They have a creator marketplace now where you can go and you can collab with brands. Amazon is the next frontier in UGC. A lot of people don't even know that you can go live on Amazon. Now, that I have not done, but you can go live on Amazon. You can go live. Now, I think you need to have an audience. You need to have an audience to do it. There are people doing it who don't have an audience, and they're bringing on people who don't have an audience either. But you can go live on Amazon. That's my next thing, right? Shoppable live video. Where else can you go live and it's shoppable? I think YouTube has plans to do it. I think it's coming to YouTube, another search engine. See, we have to have this conversation. We have to clear the air. Y'all want to go viral. Y'all will do anything to go viral. The real lick is to be searchable. Viral is happenstance. Some people say they got it down to a science, but then you look at their numbers and like, do you really have it down to a science? You might have been able to hit gold twice, but I don't know that you really have it down to a science, right? The real science is search. The real science is search. Okay. Is Facebook down? Looks like Facebook is down. Okay. That's the real lick, is search. Being able to be found. So yeah, something's going on with Facebook. So being able to be found is important. Okay. Because that is intent. The person who is looking for what you have and what you have created for that information, they often have buying intent. The person who's just on Facebook to be social doesn't necessarily have buying intent. Doesn't mean that they won't buy, but that's not what they're primarily there for. But search, there's usually some sort of search intent. Lord Jesus, please tell me my Facebook has not been hacked. So you have to know that search is much better. It's much more predictable than virality. Going viral is not everything that y'all think it's cracked up to be. It's just not. No. You need to be able to be found. You need to be able to be discovered, right? And search is also changing. SEO is not necessarily the name of the game with Google anymore. So that's why I like Pinterest. That's why I like Amazon. Right? Search is being impacted by AI like everything else. There's visual search now. There's the search like Alexa in that now that you need to optimize for. And it still applies to especially Amazon, because so I taught my 4-year-old granddaughter how to create collages on Pinterest. And she's so smart. She's like, I want to go shopping again. I want to create my shopping list. I never told her, we were just creating stuff. And she's concluded she understands, because her mama be shopping, that's like creating her dream, her shopping list, her wish list for shopping. So I grew up turning down pages in the pennies and the Sears catalog. She creates collages on Pinterest. My grandson, for as long as I can remember, knows how to open the Amazon app and tell it to look for what he wants. These are the shoppingest, brokest kids I've ever seen in my life. Again, I used to be excited and look every day beginning in October for the Sears catalog, for the JCPenney's holiday wish list book to show up. And these kids know, they have their own iPads now. They have their own phones. They know how to go and on Google or Amazon use voice to search for what they want. And they will pull it up and show you what shoes they want, whatever it is that they want. And now this girl knows how to go on Pinterest and make a whole collage, a whole room of what it is that she wants. So you have to keep up with the times. You have to keep up. Okay. A lot of small and local businesses are really struggling right now, right? I counted 5 or 6 just in my little business district that I live in. And it's because they refuse to be where people are. If the people are online, people are still going out to eat. People are still gathering for social meetings. People are still going and getting their coffee every day. People, and it don't matter how much it costs, right? People are still shopping, but you have to keep up with the way that they are shopping. You have to get their attention where they are at. The idea that online is keeping people from going outside, I don't necessarily think that's what it is. You can agree or disagree, because lately a certain demographic love to tell me that they disagree like I care. But you can disagree if you want to. I just usually am right. I ain't always right. But when it comes to this marketing and sales stuff, I know my stuff. And I can see the stuff. I have ESPN. I can see the stuff coming before it happens. Okay. And the focus of marketing at a macro level is now on Gen Z. Okay. And Gen Z is unlike any demographic ever in history. They do not respond or nor do they like traditional marketing. Can somebody tell me, is their Facebook down? Let me just check something real quick. I'll be right back. Well, the app still works, so I don't know. Let me try to log in one more time. It's working on my phone. Okay. So, shoppable video. Get ready, be ready, stay ready. Okay. If you've learned nothing from the 40 some minutes or whatever that I've been on here, you need to understand that the content is already in your phone, the products are already in your home. You need to understand that the name of the game is to not react to when opportunities arise, to be already ready when the opportunity arises. I've made tens of thousands of dollars just by getting ready, being ready, and staying ready. Paid tens of thousands of dollars for content that was already in my phone. I did not have to create the content. The content was already there. Listen to me. The content was already there, and I just uploaded it and put it in my phone. I put it on the platform. Facebook paid me several $1,000s, and all I did was restream old lives. I downloaded them and uploaded them to software and had it restream, and I got paid several $1,000. And what a lot of people get as an annual raise, double or triple it. It almost felt illegal. Okay. I'm not a scammer. I'm not a finesser. That's just not me. I don't know how to operate from that space. But I do know how to be ready. I do know how to maximize what I have and how to get paid the most for doing the least. But it's still legit. because I'm going to read them terms and conditions. I came live and told y'all about that a few weeks ago. I'm going to read them terms and conditions. I'm going to read that contract. I'm going to know what I am allowed to do and what I am not allowed to do before I even agree to do or not do it. Because what does it profit a man to gain the world unless he lose his soul? Because some of y'all out here losing y'all minds and y'all souls. And y'all want to talk about celebrities and the Illuminati and all that old stuff. Some of y'all might as well be, because baby, y'all be sacrificing and will do anything for $1. I'm just keep it real. Keep it all the way real. Okay. So I'm actually going to get ready to go so I can see what's going on with my Facebook. That makes me a little nervous. So I'm going to go, and I will probably come back live later and chat some more, because I didn't even talk about like DBA and how DBA plays in all of this. But you know where to go for the preview. You know where to go. If you have questions, my inbox is open. But I need to see what's going on with my Facebook, because that makes me a little nervous. Yes, it does. Okay. So I will chat with you later, and let me know what questions you have. Bye-bye.